Okay, so this is the opening phase. It is called a splash screen. So when you launch the Excel, this is how it's going to be. Then okay, I have placed an expiry date on the system. So this is the home page. This is the home page. Okay, it can be designed to suit how you want it to be, but then this is a sample of what we have done. Okay, these are links to contact the developer. We used Excel to do this. It's a normal Excel software that we have modified it with codes behind it. So if you are a user, you will need to create an account before you can open the log page. So let me close it. You click here to create an account. Okay, so let's say your name, then staff ID, then your contact, then username Ike, then password Ike123. Okay, so you mix characters with numbers with letters. Then you click on create, then details sent successfully. You can now sign in. Okay, so you click on sign in, then the sign in menu appears. Then you select this drop down list, you pick your name, then you type in the password you gave to, then you sign in. So log in successfully. Then it will now open the log page for you, where all the things you need for your report system is stored. Okay, so you know this, click on a button to open the required sheet or form. So these buttons, you're going to click on them to open a particular sheet or form. Then a password will be required when entering a data into the registry settings and CA input sheet. So the registry settings and the CA input, you will need this password before you can enter any value in there, because some part of the sheet is locked for editing, and so the editable ones needs a password to open it. Okay, and this please count the number of males and females and gives the total, and this will give you the total number of students in the school from BS1 to BS6. Okay, so if you want to show the ribbon, you click here, then okay, good, you click here, then the ribbon will show. In case you want to use the ribbon for anything, then you can hide it. Okay, when you go to the about, it talks about a little about the app that you are using. You click here to come back. Okay, now let's look at the CA input. No, let's go to the registry first. So you click on the registry, then you select the class you want to work with. Let's say BS1. Okay, then it will open BS1 registry. In here you are going to type in the names of the student. Okay, so let's say we have this name, then we have the second name, then third name. So you type in the names here. Okay, and every name you type here will come or will go straight to BS1 master sheet, CA, and every place that is need to be. Then you select the agenda. You select the agenda from the drop down list here. Okay, so you select the agenda from here. Then the attendance to the number of time the person was in school, let's say 67. For that one, you type it here, you type it there. Okay, that is how it is. Then their conduct to you select from the drop down list here. You select from the drop down list here. It can be edited to suit how you want it to be. The attitude tool, you can select it here. You do the same with all the other registry, BS2 to BS6. The interest to you select from the drop down list, the interest of the student. Everything you do here will appear on the report system finally. So that is how we work with the registry. So the names of the student will be typed here. After you have typed everything, you can arrange the names in ascending order, let's say from A to Z. Okay, so what you are going to do is that you select this button here, then A to Z. It will arrange it in ascending order. So let me bring a name here. Let me bring the LAI-Tek here, and let me bring the other name also here. And now let's arrange it in. Okay, let me change this one, will be a male. Okay, so ascending order, you see, and it will change everything here. It will change the arrangement of the gender, attendance, conduct, attitude, and interest according to the name change. Okay, so you go to BS2, the same thing. You type in the names up to BS6. The same process also appears there. So let's go back. Now everything we've typed in the BS1, we go to the CA records. The CA records contain the records from the CA input. That is the SBA records and the exam records. It computes the total and the 50%, calculate the others over there. So CA records, go to BS1. Realize that the names we typed has come here. Okay, the name we typed has also appeared here. Good. And it compute it collects data from the CA input and compute the total of the CA records, the 50% of the CA, and the exam score. Calculate the 50% of the exam score, calculate the total of the exams and the CA, and grade the students, find the position, gives the remark. That is what it does at the CA record. And everything here is not editable. It's not editable. You can't edit anything here. Okay, the same applies to BS2, BS3. So this is just there to assist what transpires at the master sheet. Okay, so when you, let's go to the input, the CA input. So here, to the names you type at the registry will come here. So it means you need to type the name first at the registry, and that is all. If there is any arrangement, you do all the arrangement at the registry before you start typing in the marks of the student, so that it will reflect in all the other sheets. So here you input the marks of the student. Let's say the project, the person had 13. Okay, you see, instead because I wanted to type in any value, it's requested for the password 3991. Okay, now let's say 13, and creative art exam, the person had let me go back. Okay, good. Let me go back to English test 1. The person had, let's say, 24. Then the group work, let's say 14. Then test 2, the person had 17, and the project, let's say 13. Then exams 89. So since I have typed this, these things are going to appear at the CA records. Okay, let's go there. And when it appears here, you see the 24, 14, 17, 13 has appeared here, and it calculates for the total, calculate for the 50%. The exams also comes here, calculate for the 50% of the exams, and add the 34 plus the 44.5 to give you the total of the exams and the cut. Okay, and it will grade the student and also give the position and the remarks. That is what the CA record does. And everything here will also be transferred to the master sheet. The master sheet contains everything that you need on the report card, and so some comes from the CA records, some comes from the registry, and some comes from the settings. So you go there, the master sheet, and this place too, it is not editable. It is locked for editing, only for view purpose alone. So let's go to the master sheet. Okay, so the name also appears here, the school name, the address, the motto, everything from the settings will appear here. Okay, the total score of the student, the position, the overall position, the total attendance, the promotion status, the conduct, everything comes to the master sheet. The teacher's name, head teacher's contact, you see the 50% of the cut, the CA, and the 50% of the exams, and the total of exams and cut, the grading, the position, the remarks. It comes here. It does for all the subject. it does for all the subjects. It does for all the subjects. Okay, so you just view it. The same applies to BS2 to BS6. So let's go back. So that's for the master sheet. And so let's go to the settings. With the settings, these are the things you're supposed to do there. You select the class that you are working with, BS1 to BS6, so there's no need to change anything there. Now, which term are you working with? Is it term 1 or term 2? You select it from here. Okay, you select it from here. So let's say it is term 3, so you select term 3 for all the classes. The number on row, the number on row 2, you don't need to type anything here. You don't need to type anything here. Whatever is here comes from the SBA log, the counting over here. So you see 38 is here. When you go to the settings, you can see 38 also here. You see there is 3 here. Why is it 3? Because you've already typed in 3 names for BS1, so the total here will automatically come here. So it wouldn't be needful for you to type anything here. And so in the next update, this place will be locked for editing, so that by mistake you won't type anything there. But the total attendance comes from the registry, the school register. And since that is not done with this system, you'd have to type in the number of days you were in school here, 250. And whatever you type here will also go to the master sheet. So when you go to the master sheet and you go to total attendance, you see that the 250 will be there. So let's check and see. Okay, so you see 250 is over there. So that is how this also works. Good, let's go back. Now let's go to the report system, the student report system itself. Student report, we have report in Word and report in Excel. The report in Excel, let's start from the BS1. Okay, so the names also will appear here. So you select this red button here, you select the button, then you go up and select the name of the student, and it will generate its report system for you. So when you select this name, check the values, it's going to change. So that is how it works. You select the name and the marks or the report for that particular student changes, so that you can print it individually. Okay, so that is for the report system. Okay, everything here was gotten from the master sheet, so you only generate the report here, and the same applies to BS6 and all the other report system. Now let's go to the report in Word. The report in Word is easy to work with. It helps you to generate the student reports for all the students within a minute. Okay, so GHS1, this is going to open a Word file which has been saved in the folder that will be sent to you. You see, this folder contains report card which is in Word. So instead of you to open this manually, we use the button here to open that system. So you're going to use the button here, report. Okay, so it is opening. So you click on yes, then the report in Word will open automatically for you. So you click here. Okay, let's wait for it to open first. Okay, good. So this is it. This is it. So it has opened, and everything in the master sheet also will come here. So here you need not to type in anything. If you try to do any editing here, you are going to spoil the system. So you only open it and print your reports card for your student. You generate it for the student. And so how do you generate the report system? Okay, this is how you generate the report system. After this has opened, you come to mailings. Make sure all these places are active. If they are not active, it means the system has not linked to the Excel workbook, and we will be taught how to do this. So when you click on next, it moves to the next student, and its marks will also change. Okay, so you check this area and check the name here. So you go back, then the name will change. Then let's go back again. the name also changes, and the record for that particular student also comes here. Okay, good. And so if you want to generate for all the students, we have 3 students here, you come to finish and merge, edit individual document, then from the first person to the third person. So if there are 20 students, from the first to the 20th student, then you click on OK. Then Word will open another document called letters, and this letters will include all the 3 students you wanted their individual report. Okay, each of them will have a different name. So this is for the third person, this is for the second person, and this is for the first person, and their records are as to what you have in the Excel sheet for each individual student. Then you just Control P, then you save it as PDF, or you connect it to your printer, then you print the report for the student. Very easy and convenient. So you can save this as a backup. Some years later, the student will come and you can print it for them again. So every year you can save for the students, and that is very easy. So let's close it. Okay, so save. So that is that. Very simple. So very simple to use. Okay, you click on student, Word report, then you click on the class you want to generate it Word report. Let's say BS6. You click on BS6, and it is going to call this particular file. You're going to call this particular file for you. So just be waiting within some few seconds. Depending on how your PC runs, it will open it for you. So blah, it is here. Then you click on yes, then it will come. Boom. So with this one, it has already been filled by someone. Okay, so we are going to print for 10 students. So you go to mailings, then finish and merge, edit individual report, then you go to the first person to the 10th person, then OK. So it will generate 10 student report system for you. So you see we have 10 report system for 10 students, okay. Then Control P, so you see we have 10 report system for 10 students, and each of them has different names for each student. So you see these are for Ado Patrick, then the next one Ado Prince, then Aduchumwa Paulina, and as the name changes, their individual records also comes. So your work is just to save it as PDF, connect to your printer, and that is all. You can save this in your archives and refer to it anytime that you need the report of those students in that particular class. So that is basically how the system works. Very easy and convenient. Okay, so I think we've gone through all the tabs over here. We've talked about the count here, which count the number of students for all the class from BS1 to BS6. The CA records, which receives the SBA records and the exam records, and the registry, which receives the names of the students, the attitude and conduct and all those stuffs, and the settings, which includes the academic year, municipality, the region, the opening date, the vacation date, the school address, the school email, the school name, and the subject. This place too, there's no need to edit them because it's very important. If you make any editing here, it's going to affect the report card, and so careful must be considered here. There should be much carefulness when you want to work with this place. The class teacher's name, BS1 to BS6, you need to edit them here, and it will appear on the report system. Okay, so basically that is how the system works. It can be done to suit your desire. This is just a sample for a school. I think this is enough. So after that, you just come to the home page, and this is the registration page. Any registration that is made comes here. Okay, so the administrator can get access to the username and the password if someone forgets his or her password. Okay, and if you want to contact the developer through the email, you just tap on this. It will open your WhatsApp, email, YouTube. It will send it straight to my YouTube channel and my Telegram page. Then that is all. If you want to sign in, you click here, then this pop-up comes and blah is selected. If no, you just close it. Okay, then you close your workbook. If you try to close it from here, it will tell you please use the close button. So close workbook, yes, then your workbook will finally close.